Hello and welcome to the Christmas episode. So yeah, although it is episode 20 of Garmin to smashing a PB, the London Marathon 2025 ? It's Christmas week, or has been Christmas week, should we say? I'm trying to get some new ways of doing some videos and ways to kind of keep this a bit entertaining or whatever. So there are some new elements coming in that I'm looking at, to maybe that's how I do my videos on a kind of basis, I guess. And but it's Christmas week, so New Year's just around the corner, which means training marathon block actually starts this Sunday today, Monday tomorrow. Monday is the beginning of the training block, 30th of December, as it takes me up to the London Marathon 2025. For those new viewers of the channel, welcome. Basically what I'm doing, and it can be very frustrating for me, is, in some of the other episodes it can show you, I'm following my Garmin watch. And basically what I've done is I programmed in a very ambitious time to do the London Marathon in 2025, and I'm basically following the plan, what it tells me to do. And as a kind of background thing now, I've run about 5-6 marathons now. I've done one ultra as well, for a 7-hour run, and my quickest marathon is 4 hours 42. And I am really looking to smash that, and I mean it. All my normal marathons I've been plodding along. I just get around, and it's just to get there. I now have a little bit of a different mindset, and I really want to put some oomph into it. So I kind of really upped my training. I used to do 3 to 4 runs a week on marathon training. I'm hoping to try and do 5 and 6. At the beginning of this whole episode, 20 weeks ago now, I was kind of up to 6 runs a week, although normally it's about 5 at the moment. I'm kind of struggling a little bit on my training readiness. I'm not going to deny that. Bad sleep is hitting me big time, or the watch's perception of my sleep. And then the problem with the way I'm doing this is that is a major fact, or a major part of the algorithms that set my plan. It covers your sleep, it covers your heart rates, and it covers like your HRV, which is like your stress levels and things like that, which is all done by little kind of slight murmurs of your heart rate and your pulse. Now, I know a lot of it's a clock, it's done on the thing, so not all the data is specific and I do try and enhance that by wearing the band, like the heart rate band that goes around during my activities, and that to get a better kind of in-depth data of the runs. And now I am doing my runs to heart rate, which is completely different to all my other marathons. I've normally just gone by feel, and then I do realize that the perceived effort is very different to the actual slow effort than what your heart rate. So there will always be a discrepancy in the way we do these runs or whatever and all that lot. And it's a learning curve for me. Is like when I first started out on this journey with the heart rate, is like it wants me to be in zone 2, which everyone, all the runners hear about zone 2, and even non-runners hear about zone 2. You need to stay in there for the majority of your runs, but it's like walking pace. So it's very difficult to do. But I've been very lucky now. Thanks to Black Friday, I got a treadmill, and already that has paid dividends in I can actually do a treadmill run in zone 2, and we'll come across that a bit later. And the thing with heart rate zones as well is, just because you did it that day, it doesn't mean that you can do it again the same another day. Your heart rate is, a lot of things gets taken into account. Obviously your sleep is one, and hydration, and your fueling, and how you're feeling, and temperature, that can all affect your heart rate. So it's very difficult to keep a level plan on that. So like I say, what one run felt like yesterday, and you could do the same again today, But because your sleep was different or your hydration was different or anything, I mean, the temperatures are completely different. Your run will feel very different, and your heart rate will, show that as well. So it's very kind of demanding way to do this and trying to keep at it. But Garmin also doesn't do a lot of zone 2 runs. It kind of gets me in zone 3, which is the grey zone apparently. But I'm following a plan, and hopefully it's going to work, because as much as this is an experiment, I want to succeed, and I haven't given my my ambitious time out yet, and I will hold that back a bit still. But there will be there's a goal A, and there will be a goal B and a goal C, and then goal D is obviously to always finish the marathon, and but that's that. So I've been very lucky by getting this marathon place from Seeability again, the fantastic charity that I ran for this year in 2024. Raised loads of money for them this year, and continuing to let's raise lots of money for them for next year. And so please, the link is down below in the description. If you got some money, it doesn't matter how small it is, just anything helps, and the appreciation is there. And it's good to see supporters helping a very worthy cause. And again, the money goes straight to the charity. Nothing is given to me. It's sort of, I will fund my own flights to London, because I live in Norway, and obviously I have to get my own accommodation, but that's me. I will fix that. All the money raised by just giving in the Seeability donation page is straight to that charity, and it's a fantastic charity, and I was very lucky to meet some of the people this year and at one of their centres, and I can see where the money goes and how it's used, and it's great to see that all the fantastically raised money going to a great cause basically. So please help me on that one if you can, and that. So we start the running week off. Like I say, it's Christmas week, so Monday 23rd of December. 24th is always a big day in Scandinavian countries, and that. So as I kind of did the 23rd, I woke up in the morning, obviously hoping that it'd be a 46-minute run, but no, it had been dropped down to kind of 31-minute base one, 140 beats per minute. I've been getting a bit frustrated with this, and I won't lie. There's no actual clips there, that I normally put up. And now, when I got home, I could see it was slippery on the floor. So I didn't want to go back out again in that. So luckily, done it on my treadmill. And that. So just kicked off a nice 31-minute run on the treadmill. Basically covered 4.78 kilometers, running at a pace of 6:30, 6 minutes 30 per kilometer, and averaged 136 beats per minute. It was just a gentle jog, just keeping it kind of calm, and that. So I did that, and then I've always been umming and ahhing what to do on the 24th, because day off work, no kids, and that. They were at their mum's for having the Christmas thing. Like I say, Scandinavians have their Christmas on Christmas Eve. Me being English, like to do it on the 25th, and that. So I kind of just chilled out. Just thinking that I've obviously got a huge block coming up, but then I want, I kind of need to see where I am at the moment as well. I wanted to see where I am. So, but I just reluctantly just chilled out for the day, and I just kind of, being restful, and just hopefully getting back on track with the watch a little bit, because like I said, the watch has been a bit frustrating. And so we hit 25th of December, Christmas Day. I wasn't feeling it, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up, I just wasn't really in the mood, and so I reluctantly went on the treadmill. I'm not going to deny that, and I struggled on that one. This is another thing kind of telling you about how different days, even at the same kind of thing, it doesn't work out right. You know what I mean? I did another 31 minutes on the treadmill on Christmas Day, and I only covered 4.57 kilometers, and that was at a pace of 6 minute 49 per kilometer. But my heart rate was 146. You know what I mean? There was 10 beats different from the last run, and slower. Yeah, I was running slower, and my heart rate was higher. I can't explain that. I mean, apart from, like you say, lack of sleep or whatever, and bad sleep. I mean, it's not the lack of sleep; it's the quality of sleep, apparently. So that's what's getting me. And then, like I said, just wasn't quite there in the mood and all that lot. As soon as my kids came around, it was completely different. I was, banging for Christmas, and we had a great day and all that lot. So, yeah, that was 2 runs, really. At the beginning of the week, like I said, I think maybe the thing of Christmas, building up to Christmas, was very kind of stressful in a sense, and but I had a great day and really enjoyed it with the kids in the end, and when I got them. So we enjoyed the Christmas day and all that lot, and then I had seen something on Facebook about Boxing Day. So we'll just let the next video take over. Hello, so Boxing Day in Bergen, so 26th of December. Basically, I'm in town, I'm in Centrum. I'm actually at Bryggen, the famous kind of wolf as such, I guess, a heritage site in Bergen. And basically what I'm doing is I'm going to meet up with a group of people that they do it every year. Basically, they're going to run the Bergen City Marathon course. So this is where it starts and this is where it finishes. So I've had a few frustrating days with my training. Garmin has really kind of been annoying me. It's kind of really cut my runs down, my training readiness due to my bad sleep and that. So what I've done is I've decided to just kind of throw the algorithms out the window, I guess, with this one. I'm going to meet up with these people, basically run a half marathon. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet either. It's I need to see where I am. You're nice to put some race pace in it for the marathon and things like that, and really kick in a bit of a tempo, like I said, just to shake things up and just see how I'm going to really progress into the next marathon training block, and that. So we'll see how it goes. But I look forward to this. It's nice to run with a group of people, so we'll see what happens. And a little while later, that's it. Yeah, nice jolly run around the Bergen City Marathon course. New personal record, 1 hour 53:40 seconds. It's a challenging course, so I'm really happy with that. I think I averaged about 5 minutes and 20 per kilometer. It's a challenging course. I don't think you're ever going to get your marathon kind of pace such on this. The hills are just too extreme and that. But I'm absolutely over the moon with that. 1 hour 53:40. There will be times I'll be looking to really push that down still. I wouldn't say that was my maximum either. So I kind of go a bit conservative because the hills. And I just can't emphasise the hills, and I can't emphasise I got a new personal record, man. Really, really happy. What a Christmas. And from Garmin frustrating me, and to be honest, I'm really reluctant 5Ks, or less than 5K on the treadmills, to then go out and smash a personal best on a half marathon. That's I'm really happy with that. So I think it's time to get back to the car, get all dried out, and just chill out for the rest of the day. Have a great Boxing Day, people. What a run on Boxing Day. Like I say, just to kind of get a new PB, and that just kind of shows where, to be honest, the training has really, really grown. And I kind of getting out of my comfort zone of just plodding And I mean, I really am wanting to push in bits and that, and I still believe I could have pushed further on in the actual half marathon, but I don't obviously want to go and strain it all and then basically become unable to run. For the duration of the week and that, which kind of sort of did happen. So basically my runs kind of got knocked out for the next 2 days and that. But before we go on, I just want to say as well, as much as I got a half marathon PB, I actually recorded a 10K PB in that run as well. So my new 10K is 50 minutes, and I put it there, and I don't actually quite remember the seconds or whatever, but it's there. But I also want to show you the elevation and of the course, because it's pretty extreme, and but still, I mean, there's a reason why I enjoy doing that marathon course, because it is so challenging. So when you do the actual full marathon on the day, it's 2 times the loop, and the Bergen City set up basically. So you mean normally what happens is the Bergen City Marathon, full people, they go 2 hours before the half kicks off, and that. So basically you've got thousands and thousands of people en route in the end, and but it's always a great day. But this year or next year, I won't be doing Bergen City Marathon, the actual running race course or the actual event, because it's the same weekend as London, and that. So I won't be doing that this year, next year. It's just at the moment purely focusing on London and that. So that was a great Boxing Day for me. Really, really pleased, and then kind of boosted, from a little bit of frustration really, and kicked into, this is what's happening, this is where you are, and I mean, we can still push on from that. So like I said, Garmin did give me the Friday off and then the Saturday off, because I was still trying to get back to recovering from the half marathon, but by Saturday I was kind of getting, this is a bit annoying, I need to be running or doing something. So again, I went on the treadmill and that. So and I set myself the goal of just staying in the zone 2. Didn't matter about pace and all that lot, but I mean, let's just try and get a 5K done. And that's basically what I did. I went really easy, superly easy, where if I was doing this pace outside, I would struggle and it would just look ridiculous. And that's, in the sense of, I'll be like stumbling. Is it because it's kind of not quick enough to run, but too quick to walk in that little bit. So and that's why I struggled out there. So I just kept it easy, flat on the treadmill, and then just worked at it basically. I averaged 120 beats per minute, so that was perfect. It's exactly what I wanted to do. I was really going slow, and this is it. 9 minutes and 0.06 kilometers per kilometer. Sorry, so 9 minutes, just over 9 minutes per kilometer. Ridiculously slow, but that's where I needed to be for that day, and that, so it wouldn't really affect my body and damage it in any way, but it was also a way of getting a recovery going as well. So nice easy 5K. 45 minutes, 38 seconds. It was just getting back into motion again and all that lot. So, which then basically leads me up onto Sunday. So here we go for Sunday. So it's the Sunday now, the last run of the week. Basically, it's back on track now. I'm back on the Garmin running planned runs. All the days off, rest days off since the half marathon little episode. Let's all kind of kick back into normal again. So now we're just finishing off the week on a 31 minute base run at 140 heartbeats per minute, and that's just going to do the normal run around the area just to kind of tick that one off, and all that lot. Training readiness is still low, delayed by poor sleep again, although my body battery is quite high because I slept long enough. So a few contradicting things there, I feel. I sleep long enough, but the quality is bad, and that so doesn't allow my training to go up. So it's something I seriously have to keep an eye on, especially early on in the training block, because we are starting that next week. Pretty much tomorrow is the start of the marathon training block, and it even says that on my Garmin as well. So I just want to keep an eye on that, because you know what I mean, if it's going to mess me around with my runs, then I'm going to have to think of something else, because I seriously can't screw this up by Garmin just not giving me enough runs, really, just because it's detecting that I sleep bad. Well, surely now the algorithm should be in place that it sees that that's my sleep. So we'll see. I'm not sure. Well, like I said in the other video, I am going to have another plan following. So if I just have to jump to the side and do that for some bits and bobs, we'll see. But the main aim is to keep Garmin going, because this is an experiment, but I want the experiment to go well, and all that lot. So we'll see. But it's good to get back on track with the Garmin stuff. Christmas has been a funny time anyway, and a lot of running stops or whatever. And like I said, this is where we start getting in proper now. So let's get this base run done and get to enjoy the rest of the afternoon. I'll catch you guys later. A little while later. So yeah, that's it. 31 minute base run done. Went a little bit over to like 32 minutes something. Covered 5.43 kilometers. Heart rate average was 144, so I was spiking up and down quite a bit on that one, I'm not going to lie. The highest was 155, but I didn't feel, I wasn't panting or out of breath or nothing. At the end of the day, I'm walking up a hill at the moment, so if I'm a little bit out of breath now, that's because I'm up a steep hill. But it was a strange run for me. It just, it's like I didn't feel that it reflected my watch as such. The perceived effort was very easy and that, but obviously my watch showed that it was a bit higher. A lot of it was a level 4 run, to be honest. Like 54% of it was a level zone 4, but it's just in the bit of zone 4. So even if the parameters are a little bit out and that, it's still a thing. But it just shows up as more of a tempo run than an actual base run. But the way I was running, it was not a tempo run. And then maybe it is a little sign of fatigue and that. Still something I'm learning on, but I obviously worry about time. Marathons are 17 weeks away now. It will soon creep down. And this is the main training block. So I was hoping that my training readiness would be up and getting back into the good zones for that, because it's always kind of lower than 50% and that, which I still have to decide whether maybe I take out the 6th run of the week, or the planned 6th run of the week, and put in 2 days of rest. Might condense it down a bit and that, so then I can squeeze in not squeeze in, but I can do it on the day off of running, do strength and conditioning, the leg exercises in my house and that, and very little recovery run maybe, and that really on the low heartbeat. But back to this run though, it was 6 minutes and 2 seconds per kilometre, so it's alright. It's kind of normal. I just think I was a bit too conscious on the way my heart rate was spiking a lot and that on that run. But it's another run down. End of the week, it's Christmas week as well. I've got New Year's just around the corner. So in all, a good, a good positive week. A little shakeout yesterday on the treadmill. Absolutely enjoyed that. And there's another reason we're getting a treadmill. I can do these slower runs on there, and it's more stable. I can also do some tempo runs on there later on, and that when it gets the icy conditions. So it's already proving to be beneficial for me. And new PB in a half marathon this year, or this week. Kind of didn't prepare for it either, It wasn't like carb loading up or anything like that. I know my runs might not have been as energetic as they have been in the last couple of weeks before this half marathon. But you know what I mean, and it was a challenging course and that. So there's a lot of benefit. I mean, a lot of positives to take from this week. That's for sure. You know what I mean, I'm really happy with it. Yes, the Garmin frustrates me, and but I guess any training block frustrates you as well. You know what I mean? It's the way this is changing now. That's the frustrating thing for me. And but hopefully we're slap bang on the training bit. We'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's a marathon training is always evaluating and changing. At least this does change. So it just doesn't always hit me to the right way, but we'll see. But another great run on Sunday, and that, you mean, it's not the long runs yet, but I kind of did the long run during the week anyway, so it's not too bad. So really happy with that. Nice to just get inside now, chill out for the rest of the day, hopefully get my training readiness, and the tempo tomorrow on Monday sticks. But you'll find out that next video. Catch you guys later. So yeah, the better way to end the week, really. You mean, like I said, the frustrations of Garmin have really got me this week. You mean, I don't know. You mean, it's just the training readiness getting, too low, or keeps going backwards when there's a bad sleep. You know what I mean? If I don't wear the watch, it won't give me the workouts because it has to have the watch. You know what I mean? It has to have the details of my sleep to do this. So it's been annoying. You mean, if I had, the run really, it wasn't that much. It was going to be this week was going to be nothing really. If I didn't do this absolute banging half marathon, it would have been a really low week. I think there was a bit of a tempo run. I dropped the tempo run to do the Bergen City Marathon run. And then I think I dropped another 30-minute run because it needed to give me a day off. But I did a 30-minute run extra anyway. So, as much as the watch has got me programmed in what I need to do and what I need to be, it's not giving me the runs to do it because it is so fixated on my bad sleep that it's knocking my runs back. And that is the bit that I really kind of have to get my head around and think of what we're going to do. And that, because I can't keep up with that. There is a deadline and it's 17 weeks away now. And that gets lower and lower. My run, I'm so glad I did this half marathon run because it kind of showed me where I am. And I know I'm hoping to improve. But also, it does knock my predicted times down because they were beginning to creep up again because I'm just not putting in the mileage because Garmin's not giving me the mileage. And I know because but you're not sleeping well enough, you're not doing it right, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what I can do. I'm trying, I go to bed earlier, I eat sensibly and at better times and trying to all these different ways to get me functioning for a watch. You know what I mean? And I know it's an experiment and I want to get through it. And I can pay for other apps, I can pay for other coaching or whatever. And this is an experiment and it works to a point, but I want to see how far I can push it. And that's why we're kind of sticking with it. And I do have an app following, like I said, on the side. And I will have to keep an eye, especially with my long runs. But yeah, Garmin knows I need to kind of get down to a predicted time. But it needs to get me going to that instead of, I see my predicted times going up again. And the wrong way. So I need to throw in something into the algorithm saying, look, this is what I can do. And because I think it gets stuck a little bit, and then I give it an algorithm shot by doing something out of the box, smashing a PB in a half marathon. So don't get me wrong. Garmin has done really well so far. We recap the year a bit. 5k PB, 10k PB, half marathon PB, all in this training stuff. You know what I mean? Ever since I've done these videos, I've got these 3 PBs. So it's doing something, but I just need to get that marathon bit done. You know what I mean? It should loosen up a little bit, saying, because it knows how much a marathon training block goes. And I kind of was in 2 minds to really rest up and get my training readiness up. But I know one bad sleep can knock that straight back down. And you know what I mean? My training readiness was in a nice colour, a nice part. And then apparently I didn't sleep for half an hour extra, I mean, longer than I needed to or whatever. And it just, boom, just blew my training readiness away. And you know what I mean? My training readiness was poor. And I go and bang out a half marathon. You know what I mean? It got stuck on 1 point for 2 days. But, you mean, if your training readiness is below that and you can still bang out a half marathon PB, wake up. It's my opinion. So, I mean, maybe I kind of screenshot what the week's worth of running is, and I stick to that. Maybe that's a way to do it instead of keep changing it day by day if the plan changes. The only thing is, I don't know how the knock-on effect of that can be. So, I mean, it's something that I still have to look into. And that, but you mean 41 kilometers this week? Yeah, 21 of it was the marathon, the half marathon. The rest of it, the 4 other runs, 5Ks, nothing really. So still a great week though. I mean, an achievement in itself. So it's positives. I mean, there's positives to go forwards. And tempo run tomorrow, hopefully it sticks. That has already dropped before today anyway, by I think it was about 6 minutes. We'll see. Maybe I'll program in the original plan and do that. But at the moment, it's a tempo run of 22 minutes. So we'll see. And that. But that'll be the next video. So, I mean, once again, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a great New Year. That is just around the corner. So I will see you next year in the new videos. Again, please, if you can, donate to Seeability. And let's kickstart their new year too. And like, subscribe to the channel, please. Hopefully we can kind of keep growing, and that as my running keeps growing. Like I said, I love talking about running, and this is the way I get it out there. So, a lot of training plans for marathons, spring marathons are starting up now. So good luck to everyone that's doing that, and hopefully I can watch a few of you guys doing what doing what I'm doing. I like to follow training plans to see what works and what doesn't work for people, and all that lot. So let's keep growing and keep running. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers, bye.